And hello everyone. We've got some
Leggy,
some
very
tall,
leggy Impatiens.
Yeah, they need a haircut.
We also need warm weather.
Oh, they're talking snow showers today. Just looked at my phone and like, oh, really? Such as May though. But we've got some Impatiens that need a trim. They need a good haircut, and we're also following up on some Impatiens that we gave a haircut 2 weeks ago.
Right. So the reason that they're getting leggy is they're too close together.
Yeah, they're competing.
Right. And they're in little tiny cells and they're searching for that light. And you can see this side probably was more in the sun. Do you see this? And I don't mean in the sun because Impatiens need shade. But
Yeah,
this
but
was in
they-
like a
but they're
deep,
getting-
this was a deep shade.
Yeah.
But you can just see
They're
where
still
that
looking for
was.
some amount of sunlight. They still need some sun.
Right. So can you take one pack out to just show them?
Sure. With this one.
Perfect.
So yeah, definitely these are getting away from us here, and one of the best things that you can do is go ahead and give your Impatiens a haircut. I got my handy dram shears. We love these. Cut those.
And you're going just above kind of where that tag is. So
Yeah,
what,
right-
about
right-
2-3 inches?
Right there where that tag is, I'm just giving a cut. I can go a little bit lower. Be no problem.
You know everyone's cringing.
It's okay, because we're going to show you the outcome of this. So we do this all the time. Now, we don't do this with all of our Impatiens, just because if they all look like this, guess what? Nobody's buying. So we can't do it to all of ours.
We kind of have to do them in stages
yeah.
of, we'll do this crap first and then
Yeah.
and go. There is different sprays that you can spray on as a grower.
Yeah, a
on
growth
Impatiens,
regulator.
a
Yeah.
growth regulator.
Yeah, they do that a lot for petunias. Petunias get out of hand.
But why don't you want to do it?
I'm very careful with, they're called PGRs, plant growth regulators. I know some horror stories from my dad telling me way back when, and I'm just really leery on using a plant growth regulator, because you can have petunias that are about that big if you mix it wrong, and it takes a long time for that to grow out of it, like a month or more.
So in our greenhouse, we just choose to do this method of
Yeah.
giving them a haircut.
Give them a good haircut. So this is what they look like, and I'm going to show you again this follow-up. We showed this on one of our past videos, so you can go through and check out our YouTube channel. We have this video where we went through and cut this, and I'm going to get real close so you can see. Look how that filled in. It's beautiful.
Look at the
there's-
difference between
Yeah.
that.
You know, like, this is so it's competing, it's real sparse and leggy, and look at the growth, how it filled in with these Impatiens. Now you're gonna say, oh, there's no flowers on it yet. Oh, but now it's been 2 weeks, there are buds all over. One is starting to flower right here. There's buds all throughout here. So this week, this will be full of color. So about 2 weeks, we've been feeding it with the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer to give it that instant growth so that it comes back as quick as possible. But again, it really filled in. These are gonna be beautiful all summer long. So you really only need to do this once early on. You can do it again if need be, but really it's once, kind of a one and done, and these are going to turn out nice.
So if you're buying them like this, you won't need to do it at all.
Yeah, just let it go.
Yep. If you're buying them where they're leggy like this, then, and I know people have such a hard time, we always say, just the first year, just
trust
try
us.
it, just
Trust us.
pinch every other one.
Yeah, this
And-
isn't our first rodeo. We do this. We used to have a customer, he would take 15 flats of, I think mostly red
I'm gonna
Impatiens.
put this down.
So he would take 15 flats, and he knew the drill. He's like, cut them down, and he would get them pretty early on in May. So he was getting them like this, but he understood that. He knew what they're going to turn out like, and that it was going to be beneficial all year long. Of they're going to grow out so nice and full. You're going to have beautiful Impatiens when you do this.
Because it will branch out further at the bottom instead of growing lanky and then kind of being more sparse. So when we do this, it's actually promoting that growth down low. So that gives you a bushier plant.
They're going to go laterally. They're going to grow this way, and then they'll fill in and get that height to them. But they'll be nice and full instead of being lanky and looking like pencils.
So how many of you plant Impatiens have had lanky ones, or maybe you have give them a snip and you can testify as to how good it happens?
Yeah, give us that thumbs up and comment down below. Let us know. Because once you do it, once you get through that ultimate, scary cutting them down, they look like little sticks for a while, about 2 weeks. Once you do it, you'll be like, oh yeah, no problem, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it every year. So I mean, that's, everybody does it now.
And we did that with the pouches also. You can see this is one of those L's pouches, so it hangs and it has the plastic on the back.
And these we did not, this was sooner, so this is still filling in. This was not 2 weeks ago. This has got some growth.
Oh yeah, this was only like last week.
Yeah,
and it's already starting to fill in, and because we don't want these to be real lanky, we want them to get really full so that you don't see that pouch behind here.
So that's one of our steps when we plant up these Al's pouches. We plant them up, and then right away they get a haircut right off the bat. So you can see, again, this is still filling in. It has not been 2 weeks yet, and look how nice this growth is on. This is the large Al's pouch, and this is the short one. So
you can see.
But again, this just fills in so nicely when you do that because it has that lateral growth. It's growing out all over.
It'll get just full.
Yeah.
Like, it'll just get totally
These are
full.
fantastic. So, and these are nice for. The best thing I think for these are the Impatiens. There's been people that will do like the bending plant petunias, maybe some vinca if they want sun. Of course, these are going to go in the a shade or partial sun. These I think turn out the best. There are plenty other bedding plants that you can plant in these. I think the Impatiens are probably the best that work in these.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm. So
because you don't want something that is going to grow, like for instance, like a snapdragon. A snapdragon grows up.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to plant something like that in here.
You need a bushy plant that's going to fill this out, and that you're not going to see the bag at all. So you're just going to have that real pretty
You know what else
color
would
flowers.
look pretty in here? The begonias.
Like wax begonias.
Wax begonias.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I think we have tried that. We just do all Impatiens in these 100%, just because that's what our customers are asking for, so that's what we do them. But yeah, the wax begonias. I know there are some people that will do bedding plant petunias.
Yeah.
So they don't have a shade area; they just have sun.
So with this, once you cut them, you're wanting to promote growth. So you're gonna hit them with fertilizer. You're gonna water them like normal.
Yeah.
Like don't feel like you have to overwater them or compensate for anything. They just need time.
Yep.
And that's really what it is. Give them food, proper care, and time.
And when you do cut them, it's kind of handy when they're wet, because you can you want to get that foliage out of there so that's not sitting in there rotting. When these Impatiens are wet, we go through and drag all that cut material out, just so it's not sitting down, it's not getting down into the soil.
Sticks to your fingers.
Yeah, so it's kind of handy when it's wet. It's a little bit messy, but everything sticks to your fingers when you run it through, and that's just a real easy way to clean those up. So that is the trimming of the Impatiens. I just want to comment on the Al's pouches. A lot of people will say, oh, those are so hard to water. I have not found that at all. So I don't know what the hang up is with the watering. I just they get watered in the top, and you just give it enough that it's going all the way through.
Gravity
so don't
will
over.
help.
Yeah. So I've never found that these are hard to water. So there's a lot of people that comment like, oh, those are hard to water, and my guess is they're not giving it enough. So they're maybe only watering here. And so that moisture is kind of staying in this area. It's not making it all the way down, and maybe these are suffering at the bottom.
So would you say that maybe you need to water a
little
bit heavier?
A little bit heaver.
And you always say that with caution.
Yes,
you don't want
because
somebody drowning.
the next person then it's sitting with soup down here. That's a no-go. So we don't want there to be that much moisture that this is just sitting sopping wet, because that'll give you the same effect. These will be dying, but they'll be dying from
too much
water, and those roots will rot. So I have not found that these are hard to water. So I just kind of meter in like enough that I know that it's getting that moisture all the way through, but it's not sitting sopping wet at the bottom.
Which these are perfect for like if you have a tree and you
Yeah.
just want something like
Yeah.
one nail into it and
Hang those on.
or
Yeah.
a post. Yeah, they're really pretty.
So anyway, so we talked about the Be Your Neighbor fertilizer. We do want to highlight one of our new retailers, and that is Stillwater Garden Market in Jamestown, New York.
Ooh,
That's Western New York.
it's not Manhattan.
They're yeah. I've talked to so many people like via email or message or whatever, and they're like, "We're from New York." We're upstate New York. They always make a differentiation
But
of
don't
like,
we do that too?
we do. I'm like, we're northern Wisconsin. We're rural. We're in the woods, lakes, streams, water. We're in the woods. We are farmland and woods. Yeah, I do that too. So yeah,
It's the same
we're in
thing.
the sticks. But anyway, Jamestown, New York. So it's like Western New York. It's like closer to. It's closer to Cleveland. When I was looking at that, they're closer to Cleveland than they are to New York City. So they're Western New York. So
you can find the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer there.
yeah, the Stillwater
And if
Garden
you're
Market.
not in the whole New York area, you can also go on the beatyourneighbor.com. We have a retailer map, and you can see all the retailers across the United States. I think there's like 113 with like
How many last night
10,
that were
10. We had a lot.
like last night that were like, get that paperwork in
Yep,
and we'll make
just
you
need the
a
paperwork.
retailer. Yeah. So.
And you can find those retailers on that map. Otherwise, if you're not near any of those people, like we don't have any in Texas
Come on, Texas.
or Florida.
Come on, Florida.
Those real southern, we need a
Big
few
southern
retailers.
states, yeah.
Yes. And we can ship to those states.
Yeah.
We just can't ship to California or New Jersey.
Those are the only
So,
two. And we're U.S. only. We cannot ship internationally.
I know. I'm
the
sorry,
US was
Canada.
We have probably 30+% of our viewers are Canadian. So sorry, but the U.S. was hard enough.
That's
with
because
all
they
the
can
paperwork.
understand your accent.
Yeah, eh? we're up north, eh? So, the Canadians can certainly understand. You can go on the beatyourneighbor.com website and check out a retailer near you, or we can ship direct. And when you're walking into those greenhouses this spring, tell them,
Yes.
let them know, because guess what? They contact us
Yes.
then. So people will comment like, you need to get this retailer by me. No, that's actually your job. I can't do that. You walk into that greenhouse, you point your bony finger at them and say, you carry Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, would ya? Because I would buy it from you. That's how it works. I'm serious today. Those owners listen to that,
Yeah.
and then they contact us. So
Because we just look like sales reps at that
yeah,
point.
yeah, we don't cold contact anyone. We let
We
let
tried
those-
it and it was like,
like, huh?
we're so awkward with it.
But when somebody says, "Hey, I would buy this from you," but
So we really
You don't have
appreciate
it.
you, like getting the word out there, saying it
word of mouth is what
100%.
what does it. So anyway,
On that,
off with
we
our
are
day.
supposed to get snow showers today.
Yeah, but I gotta go through and water some of the hanging baskets yet, because like as crazy as the weather's been, these like
They're in growth mode.
oh yeah, like it's not been sunny, it's not been nice. I've been wearing sweatshirts, and yet these, like, especially the big proven winners,
your whole life.
the super petunias, they're in grow mode. Like, I've watered them in the morning, come back in the afternoon, bone dry. So those plants are, regardless of the weather, they are growing.
And they'll go through those stages of, you can't, if you have a plant. We had a gentleman in yesterday, really, really super nice.
Yeah.
And he had bought a basket and it's struggling already. And he's like, just tell me exactly how much joy we need to give it. And I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, if I would tell him, give it exactly this much.
He would do that. He was an analytical person.
Very,
like,
very.
like, oh, okay, you told me to put 1 quart of water. I measured it out. I put in 1 quarter every single day. Can't do that.
Right.
Why? Because that target is moving.
the sun changes, the heat changes, the wind changes.
And the plant is changing.
And the
Like I said,
yeah.
I have to go through and lift each one of these hanging baskets because you have two exact same hanging baskets hanging side by side, and if one is in grow mode, it's going through that moisture. The next one might be just sitting idle. So that
And
is a
next
moving
week,
target.
they might swap
Yeah,
what
they
they're
might
doing.
slow down and the other one goes into grow mode. So you
Right.
have to check it. Don't guess. You have to check. And so that's why we will never tell you,
An exact amount.
Yeah. Give this hanging basket exactly 2 quarts of water every day. Can't do that. So
So on that,
All right.
that's his job.
that's my job of the day. All right.
And we're getting ready for Mother's Day weekend.
Mhm.
If this weather would cooperate,
Whew.
I know I've talked to a lot of different greenhouses, and we're all in the same, like, we hope we have a great Mother's Day, but it really depends on that weather.
It's going to be regardless. People are still going to walk in the door grabbing those hanging baskets.
It will.
It's going to be hanging baskets, and it's going to be the planters and the cutesy, the plant, the cutesy things that
So
you do.
let me
up.
give you a little sneak idea of what's going on this week for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we're talking about the cucumber basket.
Mhm.
We're going to show you what it looks like.
Follow up on that.
Yep. And that's Thursday. And then Friday we're going to plant up some cutesy containers.
Yeah. So you got some neat metal.
I have metal,
We have
I
the
have some
the moss,
Turtles, some butterflies.
snails. Yeah. And actually, my mom's gonna come in today and do some
Little
the
punsy
purses,
stuff.
the purses and the snails, the little moss purses. So she does a
They're
great
so
job with
cute.
planting up those. So yeah. All right.
Excellent.
Thanks
Have
for
a great
joining
day.
us. Bye bye.